Meeting at the school board. Fairmont Properties on August 15th presented their plan for our Rockside development to the Parma City Schools. And this is the very end of it.
I want to give credit to Council President Biasiotta in Seven Hills because he has really done this the right way. He engaged us very early in this process. There have been projects where the city and the developer come together and essentially have, this deal and present it at really the 11th hour. And then the schools are kind of like, whoa. And it's kind of, hey, if you don't okay this now, it's not going forward, and you're the bad guy. And, also Fairmont Properties, I give them credit for wanting to do it the right way too, but Tony has really been above board and really methodical in introducing this to us as well.
But what I really wanted to bring home there was transparent, methodical, above the board. Every step of the way, I have been keeping in the loop the school board. Parma City Schools sometimes have a tough audience. Some would say maybe even tougher than a Seven Hills Council meeting. It's debatable. And there was no negative comments, no tough questions. Everyone on all sides of the board was really excited and understand what an asset this can be to all of our community and the greater community, because it will produce at stabilization, a few years in when it's fully developed, close to $1 million for the Parma City Schools annually. So they're very invested and excited as much as we all are in this room. So it's still, where the working name's still the Bluffs. There's the project on the flats. But here's what's going to be built here. Here's the concept, okay? Retail. It's me. Some retail up front. I'll show you where that's going to be soon. Office. In terms of what a city's looking for, office space, I like to call it the Holy Grail, because the city makes their money from income tax. Schools make it from property tax. So we can have a lot of beautiful buildings, and the city will not get much money from that. It's what's in the building that matters. So this project currently stands at 100,000 square feet of office. We're going to have a commercial office building there, and that's going to be a real economic driver for the city. Hospitality. We're going to have a lot of restaurants, bars. It's really going to become an entertainment district. As a matter of fact, we anticipate having to designate the area an entertainment district because we're going to exceed the number of liquor licenses that would typically be allowed in a small area. So there'll be a boulevard, there'll be a plaza, there's going to be sidewalk dining. And last but not least, you're going to have your residential. Okay? There'll be single family homes in the back where there's single family homes today. Oh, I'll show you. I'm going to go right through the whole layout here. So when we talk about the front end, you're going to see a lot of stacked things. So like the first floor could have your shopping and your restaurants, and then your office space will be above it. Your apartments will be above the commercial, the ones that we do allow in the small area that they are allowed. Here's other examples of what I talked about earlier. But here's some of the current clients, office tenants, that have deals with Fairmont. Not necessarily our office building, but you can show that they have a lot of experience in this area, even more so here. And these are all restaurants, etc. And the concept is live, work, and dine. You'll probably hear a lot of that over the next several months. The property is divided currently up into 5 zones. The first zone in yellow there, that's going to be, actually we have another diagram that I'm going to make it maybe a little easier. The first zone up front, that's going to be the district that we're talking about. That is where the office building is going to be, the apartments above commercial, your retail, your restaurant, your bars, your main avenue, your new community plaza. But then we segue into the next area where there'll be townhomes, and then the townhomes will eventually merge into single family homes in the back, because here is Ward 2, and there's single family homes here, and there's existing single family homes on Crossview. So the density is the word we use in the industry is less. The further into the residential neighborhood you go, the less the density. So we'll be really stacked up on Rockside Road where you'd expect it, and as the further you go back, there'll be less population. What I want to point out real quick, right here in the middle, is over 15 acres of wetland that's going to be preserved for Mother Nature. It's going to be a park of some sorts. It could be a metro park. We could partner with West Creek, but we do anticipate areas to hike and enjoy nature, and that's going to be a real amenity, not only for the people that live there, but for all of Seven Hills. And that's why you see a little park-like description. Rules and setbacks and the best that we can do to protect the neighbors that are already there. All that was put in place 3.5 years ago. And all the plans that have been submitted conform 100% to those plans. We have not had to grant any variances in this preliminary plan, nor do we intend. At least what's been presented to me, there's no variances to our current zoning required to build what's on the table today. Here's the steps in the process. I already spoke to the one actually before one when they took over the property and the preliminary plan. Step one's complete, the MOU. The next step is the developer's agreement. And like I said, we're targeting, in this video, we were targeting September 30th. I still think that's a possibility, maybe a week or two past that. That's how close we are. And then part of the financing is what I spoke to at the school board. We need to have a TIP agreement approved by Parma City Schools. We've been in the loop with them all along, and as if you weren't able to hear the audio, the superintendent and the school board's presidents, we were all pretty excited about the plan, and I'm hopeful we're going to get that approved in the month of October of this year. And once those two pieces are in place, then you really have a project. You have an agreement between the developer and the city, and you have the financing to accomplish your aggressive goal. And I anticipate having both of them wrapped up before November of this year. All right. People like what they just saw on Rockside? It was kind of quiet. I wasn't sure.
I'm Tony Biasiotta, and I approve this message.